Hello, fifth graders. Welcome to week 3 of technology class. Woohoo! So let's see. Just a quick, I guess, review. So everything is on the fifth grade weekly to do so far with all of the assignments, including the technology and the robotics. And if you guys have logged into the grade link, you also can see all of your assignments in there. So I've been trying to put in the grades for all of them. And so you can always check your grade, or you can even check if you're missing something too. But so far, what we have done in technology class is our first week, we learned about how to create a Google account. And then for your assignment, you were supposed to email me from the Google account. And so that if you did that, you got 100 for that. Then the second week, which was last week, we did some Shel Silverstein poems, and you were learning how to format them, right? Centering left and right, and moving it around and everything and typing it up. And you were supposed to complete that and send it over to me by this week, right? So you're sharing it in Google Docs. So really, so far, there's just been 2 assignments for technology, right? Which is number 1, creating your Google account and then emailing me from it. And number 2, completing the Shel Silverstein poem activity where you have to type it up, okay? And now this week is our technology week 3. And what we are going to be doing is 2 different things. Number 1, you will be getting a login, so a username and a password for your typing lessons. So these we'll be doing every week. You'll be getting assigned different typing lessons. So you will have to obviously have your username and password to sign in. And so you will be getting a separate email from me. It will be like an automatically generated email, and it'll say hi, and it'll say your username and password are. So please make sure that you check your email and you get your username and password. As soon as you do that, click on the button that says typing. So right here, and it will take you to the student login. So you will put in your username and your password, and then you will log in. And then once you do that, you'll be inside of 5th grade tech. And the first assignment that we have is a typing assessment. So make sure you go into your assignments and do your typing assessment. And this is a good first lesson, I suppose, because it will help me to see how many words per minute you're at and just kind of, where you are with the typing. And then every week I'll be sending you different typing lessons to work on. Okay, so that'll be part of your grade. Part of your grade will be the typing lessons. So if you do them every week, you'll just get 100 for that. So that's super easy, right? Okay, so if you have any problems signing into your account, let me know right away, because then we just need to make sure what the problem is with the login, right? Okay. All right, so now going back to our website here, the second thing we're going to be doing is second step lesson number 1. So I believe all of you have been with me now since a long time, right? Since kindergarten. So you know that every year we also do second step lessons. And these are lessons that are super important. Why? Well, because we are so into technology these days, we can't forget how to be humans, right? And so that's really important. We can't forget how to talk to each other, right? Where I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, and I'm nodding and I'm listening with my ears and my eyes, and I'm making you feel, like I care about you, right? And to really be able to show empathy, meaning that we take time and we say, gosh, how is that person feeling? Or how would it make them feel if I sent that message to them? Or if I said whatever, I was playing a game and I typed something to, you always want to stop and think how you're making people feel, right? So that's really important. And we'll be learning about problem solving, how to calm down, a lot of different things, how to share your feelings. And so these are all super important. And so throughout the year, we will do different lessons with this. And they do have little videos and things too, so that'll be good. So let me pull up, and then so your part of your homework will be an assignment for lesson 1, but I'll show you that after we do the lesson, okay? All right, so let me just pull it up, hang on. Okay, so here we go. Our first lesson is empathy and respect. So this is a good review because I hope by now, as 5th graders, and you guys are really becoming so much more independent, you know, that you really are empathetic, that you do care about other people, and that you are a respectful person. That is very important. And we should be respectful whether we are in person with people or online with them, right? The way that we chat online can be disrespectful, it can be respectful. So these are all really important. And we have to use empathy a lot more when we are using online. Why? Because we don't see the person a lot of the times. And so I know that sometimes we can send a message to somebody and it can come off in a certain way because they don't see us, they don't hear our tone of voice. So we do have to be extra careful with these things, you know, especially in the online world, right? All right, so let me put on the little video clip and then we will come back and we'll talk about it, okay?
Are you ready?
Is that on?
Uh-huh. Somebody needs to explain what we're doing, okay? I mean, explain it to the camera.
I'll do it. So what we're doing is really cool. We're making problem-solving sets for, solving problems. Like ones that comes up on the playground. Last year in 4th grade, our teacher let us use chalk to draw them on the playground. This year, we get to make a mural. Told you it was cool.
Tell them where we got the problem-solving steps.
You do it. I'm busy now.
I can't. I'm running the camera.
Just turn around, Antonio.
Hi, I'm Antonio, and we got the problem-solving steps from the program you're doing right now. You'll practice them later on. Anyway, we thought it might be fun for you to see what we're doing and meet some of the kids you're going to see in the stories coming up. You'll see them work through problems with their friends and deal with strong emotions. That's Sierra. Talk about problem solving. In one of the videos, Sierra and her friends have a problem with the group of 4th graders who want to play at the same basketball hoop as her and her friends. That's Ben. Ben starts a rumor that I like this girl Selena, and I have to confront him about the rumor. Lydia and Jayla's story is a really good one. Lydia has a bracelet just like the one Jayla lost, and Jayla accuses her of stealing it. They both get really mad, but then they have to calm down and figure out what to do. Caden and Miguel are good friends now, but they used to not even know each other. They would just hang out with their different groups. Then they met one day where their parents work, and well, I don't want to ruin the story for you. Anyway, that's just some of the things you'll be learning about. You'll follow these kids' stories, learn how they feel, and most important of all, you'll talk about what you might do in the same situation. You're going to start out learning about empathy and respect. Empathy means you feel or understand how someone else is feeling, and when you do that, it helps you treat the person with respect. Hey, it looks like they're doing a good job. Okay, guys, is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Bye. Bye. See you.
All right. So hopefully you guys, some of the characters might look familiar. They do make the videos with a lot of the same kids. But so every week there'll probably be a new video story. I don't remember if every week has a video story, but it's just kids your age and things that they're going through. And it's good for us to discuss. And, you know, it's a little bit challenging because normally we would be together and you could raise your hand and we could really have a nice discussion with everybody sharing their thoughts on the topic. But obviously it's very tricky being that this is through a video. And so my hope is that I will share some ideas here, and then you can think about them. And then as you're working through your assignment, you can share your thoughts there, and then that'll give me a chance to really hear you out. And then, of course, you know, if you ever need anything or you're going through any issues or anything, you can totally reach out to me and we can talk. Okay, guys, because I'm here for you. And so if there's anything that you need, please let me know. Okay, now that most of you, I believe, have sent me your email, we can email each other, right? So that's cool. Okay, so going back to our lesson today, so the topic is empathy and respect, right? And so you saw the kids, they were sharing about, you know, the one boy was saying what empathy was, and he said, well, you know, it's when you're trying to understand how someone else is feeling, right? And so my question to you guys, that it's in the lesson here, it says, who can you have empathy for, right? And so you can have empathy for anybody, your classmates, for your teacher, for your parents, for people that you don't even know, right? Because we start when we really care about people, which is what God has called us to do. We can almost feel their feelings because we stop and we think, my gosh, I can't imagine what they're going through, right? And it really pushes us into a place where we get out of ourselves and we stop and think about other people. Because it's so easy, right, to just be thinking about, what do I need to do? Oh my gosh, what just happened to me today? Oh, and it's always thinking about me, 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 me. But guess what? An easy way to deal with our own issues is to stop and think about somebody else. Because then guess what? It takes our mind off of thinking about what we think is wrong in our life or what's happening, and we're stopping and thinking about someone else. And that can help us too, because it helps us to really get outside of ourselves, right? And to say, wait a minute, gosh, maybe I'm just thinking about myself too much, right? In my own life. I should stop and think about other people and how can I bless them, right? How can I help them? And so that's really what this is about. And especially for you guys, as you're growing up in such a technology focused world, it is so important for you to stop and really think about people, right? Don't just think about them as somebody on a screen. Think about them as a real human being that has feelings, right? And that's really something that is so important for us as you guys get older now and you get into middle school and high school, college, you eventually get your first job, just working with people, it can be a tricky thing, right? Not everybody is going to get along with us. Not everybody is going to believe the same things that we believe or be the same way that we are. And so it's important for us to have empathy for people. Try to understand them. Why do they believe what they believe, you know? And what's going on with them? And how can I, you know, show them that I care, even if I do disagree with them on something, right? Okay, so the next thing that the lesson brings up is it says one good way to think about being respectful is the golden rule, considering how someone would like to be treated and then treating them that way, right? So that's the thing, but it says, but what if the way someone else wants to be treated is different from the way that you want to be treated? So that is a great question. And that is a great question for older students like you guys, because, you know, when you're little, it's easy to talk about, oh yeah, look, your friend looks sad, and you know, and you're, oh, I want to go and cheer them up. And you do think about your friends. But as you get older, you start to understand, you start to realize that not everybody is the same as you, right? Kids are different. Not only are they different in the way that they look, their appearance, they're different in their heart, the things that they like to do, the things that they're interested in, right? So maybe there's something that you love that they don't love, or something that scares you, but it excites them, right? And so part of having empathy and being respectful is to really just say, it's okay for people to be different from me. That's okay. Being different is okay. If you love one thing and they don't, that's okay. You can still be friends. And, being respectful to somebody is saying, wow, that's so cool, and you're really making them feel okay for being different from you, right? And it would be disrespectful for me to say to somebody, gosh, what's wrong with you? I can't even believe you like that. Right? Or, oh my goodness, what you're doing is that not the right way. You should be believing this instead. How does that make someone feel? That's so disrespectful, because what it's doing is it's making them feel like their feelings and their opinions don't matter, and that what you say matters, and that your way is the right way. And that's not respectful, right? That's not showing that you care about somebody. So these are things that are important for you to really think about now, right? And throughout this school year. So it says being respectful means not using insults or put downs. So what is a put down? So a put down is when you, on purpose, you say something to somebody to make them feel bad. So it could be about anything. It could be about the lunch they're eating. You see what they're eating and you say, oh my goodness, I can't even believe that you eat that. What's wrong with you? Or, what they're wearing or something, or what game they like. Oh, really? Well, you know what? Like real game people, they don't play that game. And you're making them feel bad. You're putting them down. That is not the kind of people that we want to be. We want to be people that uplift other people. That even in our worst day, we want to make other people feel good about their day. That's the kind of people we should be, striving to become. Because how can we ever be a light if we are judging other people and putting them down, right? No one's going to want to follow Jesus if that's how we're acting. They're like, oh my gosh, that person is a Christian. Every time they come around me, all they have to say is something negative. And they make me feel bad. They make me feel like the way that I live isn't good enough. That's not showing the love of God, right? So something for you guys to think about is, how can you show empathy and be respectful to people that God places around you, right? And that could be in person, or it can be online too, right? Okay, so let me show you guys what the lesson is this week. So if you go into the 5th grade, so I did give you a choice, because I know that with the second steps, they have a lot of questions. So if it's easier for you to print it out and handwrite it in, and then you can take a picture and send it to me, you can hand it in that way. You can give me the physical copy, or you can use your typing skills and go into Google Docs and you can type up the questions and type up the answers. So let me go through what the lesson is today. So this is lesson 1. So it says that imagine you're a reporter who is reporting on strong emotions and empathy. You've already had a chance to interview a classmate. Now you're going to interview with an adult family member. Read the selected, these are the lyrics from the song, which I'll let you guys listen to that silly song. But so you can interview somebody. If you don't have somebody to interview, you can just write about yourself. So here's the questions. It says, describe a time when you felt really angry. So you can tell us, or if you want to interview someone and write down what they said, what did you do? So what did you do when you felt really angry? Describe a time when you felt embarrassed, jealous, or scared. What did you do? And then describe a time when you've helped another person or shown empathy. How did it make you feel? So these are just starting to get you to start thinking about, and so you can either write it about yourself, or if you have somebody to interview, it'll be a good way to get to know them and to be able to help you with practicing asking other people how they feel about things, right? And kind of starting a conversation. Somebody in your family, a friend. It's a great activity to practice, right? Because as we get older, it'll be important for you guys to learn how to have a conversation with someone, right? And get to know them and show them that you actually care about them, right? Okay, so again, you can either print this and write it in and send it to me, or you can email, type it up and email it. All right. So let me go back to the website. So again, this week you are doing your typing assessment, and then you are completing your second step lesson 1. Those are your 2 assignments for technology this week. If you are behind with the other assignments, take some time and catch up. That way it won't feel like every week you're just letting them pile up, and then at the end of the quarter you have like 10 assignments that you have to do, right? So make sure. And I try to respond right back to you. I do get about, I don't know how many kids there are in kindergarten through 8th grade, but every kid has an assignment every week. So, you know, I have like 100 something assignments that I go through. But what I try to do is I go through the assignment, and then I give a grade. And then if you emailed me, I'll usually just email you the grade back. And especially with the 5th to 8th graders, I do look at the quality of your writing because you're getting older now. So, you know, in the younger grades, I might just look it over and say, oh, all right, they did it, and they just get 100. But I might take off points if it's something that isn't, you know, it doesn't have it looks like you put no effort in it, right? You're not going to get 100 if you didn't put effort in. I'm not looking for perfection, but I am looking to show that you did put some thought and care into the work, right? And that you actually are putting effort in. And I hope you're doing that with your other subjects too. For 5th grade, you're taking time and you're thinking before you write anything, and you're making sure that you're putting thoughtful responses, and you're really just taking time to show that you care about what you're doing, right? Because when you put your name on something, I mean, it's a reflection of who you are. And we want to put our best, you know, effort forward, right? And it doesn't mean we're always going to do everything perfect. We're not. But it does show people that we care about what we're doing. So that's important. Okay, guys. So if you have any questions, you can email me, let me know. Otherwise, I'll look forward to reading your responses. Okay? All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.